got you now, you little...
Oh, shit! Kick your ass! Woo! Eat shit. They grin enthusiastically. All right, 25 Accent Road south of town. It's a weapons plant and I'll blow up spectacular. Oh, wow.
She thinks we're her friend. That's what you had to do. You had to really, like, side with her until she was your friend.
Can't we just throw her out a window? I would much prefer. Guys, welcome back to PJ. My name is James. This is Peyton. And Peyton, I want to give her a round of applause. What I told Peyton to do was like, yo, man, can you, like, get back to where we were so we can just start the show where we're at because you're really good at this game. She's like, oh, all right. And she had to do it 3 times to get to this fucking bitch, to get to this piece of shit. This piece of shit would not fucking let go.
No, I'll kind of, before we get into the next episode of this, I'm going to briefly just tell you what I did differently from what you guys saw. So we did a lot of things right in our original playthrough. The thing we didn't do right was we needed to befriend the driver, the Brasco, the porn guy.
Yeah.
Because if you don't befriend porn guy very quickly, like we did really good at befriending Lynda and befriending Helen, but they're easy to get on their good side.
Yep.
Because Lynda just starts to like drip from her panties at the thought of blowing something up. So when we like are catching her, she's like, oh, fuck yes. And another baby is made. Okay. And then Helen is really easy to empathize with because you could tell I think she was just a little misguided. Like even Lynda calls her naive at one point. So when you kind of, what you have to do is you have to befriend porn guy and you got to be like, you know, fluffing him. And you sit there and you do that for a couple questions and you kind of like yeah, your porn is really expressive, it's art.
He's like, yeah, man, oh yeah, man.
But then you get to a point with the conversation where you keep doing that and he gets uncomfortable. He's kind of like, so when you get to a point in the conversation, you actually do have to say, yeah, man, I think you're the real boss here, right? Like you're the man, you're the boss.
You're the man boss, man.
You're the man boss.
You're the man
right?
boss, man.
Because you believe that vaginas can't run things, so this is the way it goes. And he's like, I'm like that. Like he can't even finish the sentence. Mm-hmm. And then what you do is you pin him and Helen against each other because they have such conflicting ideologies, because she believes in kind of getting rid of the borders that push out minorities, and he believes in, like, you know, the strongest, fittest man wins and vaginas are just whatever.
Yeah.
And so you start pinning them against each other until he finally blows up and says, we're gonna blow up the factory. And she says, you need to talk to this bitch, Lynda, Baby Maker. And so when you do that, then you go in and you befriend Baby Maker, and they've given you all the information by this point, so you can go in and just befriend her. And then as you get closer to like being like, yeah, you're the bomb ass bitch, she's like, oh yeah, give it to me. Anyway, so that's how we got here. Report findings, please.
Locked this bitch up. Thank God. Interrogation successful. We have to scramble.
Oh, okay. Y'all have to scramble, or am I part of scramble?
I don't know.
I'm just doing this. Okay.
3 individuals suspected of having deep ties with the Liberation Front have today been arrested. All of them confessed to being involved with the various terrorist cells that initiated the bomb attacks. Anton Draska, a young adult movie director with a track record of
sexual abuse, human trafficking,
unpaid worker accusations.
I think it was sexual abuse.
Was found to have used his studio as a front to deliver explosives to various Liberation Front members, including Gabriel Adams. In the basement of Lynda Bailey, raw materials and chemicals were used to manufacture the explosive ordnance of the same type and caliber that was used by the Liberation Front. A widow and a single mother.
Her tutelage has been revoked and her children have been placed in foster care. Her children were unaware of their mother's criminal activities. She forced her children to accept. Okay, she didn't force her children. In fact, she actually didn't want her children.
No, she didn't want them involved at all. Her tutelage has been. What's tutelage?
So you can take away her kids.
That is true. That has happened. Although I think that's going to make us look bad.
I think I'm just going to say this one, that they were unaware of their mother, because that's kind of the truth.
I feel like if you say, well, you took her kids away from her, people don't like that. You know, you need a good reason to do that. A bomb is a good reason, but I can see someone reading that page right away and be like, took away her kids for what? And then just kind of hypering on that before reading why. Anyways, Helen Kufos has been linked to convicted terrorist Cassandra Higgs, and she confessed to recruiting her and several others.
Yeah, that was the truth.
Encouraging her to commit one time. No,
she was a recruiter. We knew that.
All of these confessions are the result of diligent investigative efforts, because we're so good at our job, with the aid of the cooperation of the general public, or diligent.
So do we want to?
What did the public do?
Yeah, I'm gonna say our team.
What the fuck did the public do?
Yeah.
Wait, did the public do that?
No, I don't think so. No, I think it was our team that did that.
Yeah. Bring us much closer to ending. Finding out the next target. Ooh. It is making us closer to the ending Liberation Front. Doesn't mean we're going to.
We need some of the peeps. We need the peeps on our side. The general public. Let's go with ending.
It is getting us closer. That's not a lie at all.
Yeah, we're closer. Oh yeah, we have a bigger team now.
These fuckers are ready for another attack. We need to treat this as cold, hard fact.
Okay.
Get to it now. Identify where this factory is exactly and evacuate the place urgently.
Okay.
Go, go, go!
Oh my. Oh.
How are you going to do that?
What are your... Oh, I'm not even seeing your chances? The fuck? We got $4,000.
There's Joseph. He's like, now, like, you can put him anywhere you want. Mikey's very concerned about that. He's very concerned where we put Joseph.
Apparently.
Mikey, do you feel yourself as a Joseph character in this game? Do you feel that? The retired... Was it retired cop? Is that what he was?
Yeah. I'm gonna send Jennifer to contact the informer.
Okay.
I'm gonna send Old Timer to lobby for donations.
What?
I'm gonna send her.
You can put him in a lobby to collect donations from people? Oh, he's not gonna like that.
I'm gonna send Tab to do...
Her name's Tab. Still love that.
Buy the book, or probably buy the book, because nobody did that last time. And Buddy Boy is gonna volunteer in our department. Okay? And then we're gonna... Okay, so is there anything... Contact Informer. Is anybody doing that? Yes. Okay, so I'll give you that. Overtime always. R&R always to keep them happy. What's this?
Civil forfeit.
Assign overtime to the agents in order to pursue. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we already given overtime.
Hey, well, extra overtime.
Jesus Christ.
Organize a training session for the agents. Yes.
Yeah, definitely need them up to date with that.
And vote bonuses to keep them happy. Okay.
Wow, they're getting paid a good amount of money. They have no excuses.
Success, success, success. Woohoo!
Oh, our press approval didn't like us that much.
Press didn't like us, but the city did. You know what? I could call that a win after the documentary we just watched.
You know what? This is the press that we're talking about. Like, I feel like so the city likes us.
Yeah.
And authorities like us. It's just the press.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't like the press.
Yeah.
I get they're part of things. I get they are a tool to use in the right way, but like, oh my god, they're just... I always keep finding them in such the worst places in every, like, historical thing, man. To stimulate a cultural...
Okay, to be honest, I really don't care.
I don't care about any of this. Yeah.
This is really boring. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Alright.
Oh, welcome back, Rachel. Hey, sorry for the whole ghosting part. Okay.
Do this one.
Remember to read what you're saying.
Oh, sorry.
Now I'll read the
it's okay. I would like to thank you for all the help. However, I'd also like to know what happened.
Yeah, it's a bit more complicated. Me and my boyfriend rented a new place. He also insisted that we quit our jobs and that we just lay low for a while.
And why exactly did he insist that you lay low?
I didn't really understand. He just got this message from Miss Luck or Lady Luck or whatever they call her to lay low.
The leader of the Liberation Front, writing to him personally, it seems that your boyfriend is really climbing the organizational ladder, isn't he?
No, it's not really. It's really not like that. From what I understand, they all got this message. He was really scared after that one and said that it never happened before. Ooh.
Okay. Why did you agree to go with him?
I didn't want to leave him alone, especially not now.
Be honest with me, Rachel. Is he abusing you? Is he planning on doing something? Not now. Kind of want to ask the bottom one because I am kind of curious.
You think he's... What makes you jump to that conclusion?
It's very possessive behavior. So you're sheltering somebody, keeping them away from their family.
That's true.
Them.
That's true.
There is actually all signs.
Okay. Then fucking... Hey.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Go for it.
Be honest with me, Rachel. Is he abusing you?
What? No, nothing of that sort. I mean, he is a bit more short-tempered lately, but nothing violent. Honestly, since we aren't going out of the house much, we've both been on edge. That's why I won't leave him. Just imagine what that would do to his mental health if I did.
Okay. Since we last spoke, has he been involved in any attacks?
No, I'm sure he hasn't. He's been too busy with those damn pigeons.
Pigeons?
Yeah, he out of the blue decided to buy 30 pigeons and to train them to send messages, so it is so not working. That's kind of funny. So he literally was just like, I'm a secret agent spy in this organization. Pigeon time!
Pigeon time.
Shit, the pigeons suck!
Even though that there's the internet, but pigeon time.
Well, the internet can easily be tracked, but...
So can pigeons.
Pigeons are more obvious when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you can notify us when he sends one with a message? Maybe we could intercept it.
Sure, yeah, sure. But don't go posting pigeon snipers anytime soon. He's freaking hopeless. More than half of the pigeons died or flew away. He's been trying to get them to return with a message for quite a while without any result. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So,
since we last spoke, any change in how they organize?
Nope, not much, honestly. I just saw he stopped using that pet care chat room, which is kind of ironic with the pigeons and all.
Yeah, that pet care chat room, that's not the first time we've heard people saying they're getting away from it. I wonder if because we're on the chat room, they got rid of it.
Probably. That would make sense though, right?
Yeah. Since we last spoke, did you get to hear any names you could give us?
Nope. They hesitate for an instant and looking away. Ooh.
Okay.
I gotta read what they do. I'm so sorry. That gives a big clue.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
She knows something.
we're done here for now. Thank you. Stay in touch.
Okay.
Oh, my dude.
Hey, boss. We've evacuated the factory, and we've determined that there could have been only one way for someone to circumvent the system and bring in any explosives.
Okay.
It needs to have been someone with special access to the digital security system. Okay. The system does confirm that special access was used during this last week. This was the first time in months.
Oh, shit.
And only three people have special access.
Okay.
The CEO and factory owner, one Aaron King.
That makes sense, yes.
The chief of security, one Steve Merodian.
That also makes sense.
And the police officer that audited their security system 18 months ago declared it is as safe. One Tab Thompson.
Okay.
Oh man. Ooh.
I don't want that. But I feel like we're gonna have to do it.
You're gonna have to question her.
Okay, I understand. We can't look like we're giving our own a pass.
Exactly, not to mention how this Liberation Front has a shockingly wide spectrum of members.
Okay, so...
Get in there and get a location for those explosives before they blow up the factory. Meanwhile, we'll try to get this Benno Weiss, who is hiding with his uncle out of state.
That's right, we still can't track that guy. I don't want to do this, man!
Well, this is getting weird. Are you about to literally talk to her?
Yeah.
And the other two?
Yeah.
All right, Lynda Bailey has confessed that the next Liberation Front attack is imminent. She has directed us towards a weapons factory outside of the city. District police were dispatched to evacuate the area, but once at the location, were informed by the private security agents employed by the factory that all of the workers inside had already been evacuated. We have also been informed that the cybersecurity systems of the factory have been breached, allowing for the special access needed to plant the explosives and to force the lockdown. While also restricting any other digital attempts to enter, this must be an effort from the Liberation Front to prevent us from interfering with the explosion, which means the explosives are already in place, set to detonate at any time. Our main priority is to enter the facility to defuse the explosives, but our experts estimate they will not be able to breach the lockdown without unrestricted digital access. As such, we have gathered together the only people who have the passwords required to initiate the lockdown and limit access rights. They are our primary suspects.
Okay. Alright, let's start out with, this is the...
Alright, so this is...
CEO man.
Aaron King. He's the founder and majority shareholder of the parent company owning this facility. He is a known entrepreneur with multiple holdings and investments locally and nationally. His factory is one of the largest military army producers in the state, with multiple lucrative state contracts. On the side, he also operates several military contracting companies, handling logistics and security in hostile foreign theaters of operation. As the founder and owner, he is one of the 3 people who had the passwords required to initiate the lockdown and restrict access. He has agreed to talk to us and assist us in our investigation. Well, that's very kind of him to agree to it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess a lot of people have agreed to things, but they've actually been assholes. Who knows?
Sure.
Steve Marodian is the chief of security of the factory and has been in contact with the authorities since their arrival on site. Our background check has found that he has been been in the employment of Aaron King for over 6 years. And has handled not just the on-site security, but has also deployed in war zones areas to coordinate weapons transport security through compromised areas. So he has no known criminal record, and his mandatory psychological checkups for his gun permit are clean. As chief of security, he had access to the passwords required to initiate the lockdown, as well as the means to set up the explosives undetected, as true. He has agreed to talk with us, but has mentioned that he is under a non-disclosure agreement with when it comes to the factory's production and clients.
Okay. That's fine. That's fair.
That's all pretty fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Boss, sorry about the typos. Tab is usually the one writing these. Oof. Well, Tab's file shows that they have been working for different law enforcement agencies since they got out of college. Before they were with us, fighting against the Liberation Front, they worked for some agency that locked up tax evaders. Before that, they worked at a national security agency which essentially audits the security systems of commercial agents that fall under national security law. Essentially, they made sure that these places respect all the protocols for secrecy and stuff, I guess. One of these audits I happened to be exactly at the factory that is going to blow up right now. Tab would have known the confidential security information at the time of the audit and could have theoretically used it to initiate lockdown. The fact that the lockdown initiated within a similar time frame while we were obtaining Bailey's confession might suggest an infiltrated Liberation Front member. Oof.
I think Tab's a red herring, though.
What do you mean by that?
Not our person.
A throw off?
It's a throw off.
Okay. We'll see.
Oh, okay.
Good luck, man.
Okay. Front somehow cracked the cybersecurity of this weapons experience. Try to understand how the cybersecurity system works. Okay.
Makes sense to me.
Good.
Alright, guys, here we go.
Okay, I'm gonna start out polite. Good afternoon, Mr. King. I understand you have been briefed. I assure you that we are doing everything we can to remedy the situation.
They smile and nod. You're the city's finest. There's no doubt about that, my friend.
Okay.
And he's more open, by the way.
Okay. How much do you know about the current situation?
They speak quickly. My people briefed me out of the lockdown and the planned explosions. That's all I know.
Okay. How do these security codes work?
I am not an expert. All I know is that it is supposed to be some sort of strong password.
Okay. Is there any way to access the codes without them appearing in the logs?
No, absolutely not. This should be the only way, for security reasons, my friend.
I'm actually gonna go right to security, dude. Because we don't have a lot of time and he would know how it works.
Yeah, you're right.
Glad you could come in, Steve. I just have a few questions about how these rats got into your factory, if that's fine with you.
I have my theories. I can't wait to hear yours. He's not giving anything.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
I'd like to discuss details of the current situation.
We are currently compiling a comprehensive assessment, but we can discuss what we know. I guess I was going to say, my first point of the finger of this guy is he's being quiet. If I was in security and I heard about bombs blowing up, the police were wanting to talk to me about that, I'd be like, yeah, here we go. Although he might feel scared because it might feel like the police might point a finger at him for security. Breaching of security protocols, even if it was an accident or something.
It could be
I guess.
It could be a reputation thing too, right?
Yeah, I guess
because his
right.
job's on the line.
Yeah, you're right. You got a point there.
What sort of security do you have on site?
We have a comprehensive multi-layered cybersecurity defense system combined with the state-of-the-art surveillance setup, as well as experienced trained security personnel on site.
What are these access codes? How do they work?
Do you think I would just lay down a blueprint of our entire security network just like that? That's private information. It's modern, it's expensive, it's bulletproof. That's what you need to know.
How well encrypted are these access codes?
Let me put it like this. It would take a few hundred years using the best available computing power to break the encryption. Very, very unlikely.
Okay. Who has these access codes?
I cannot disclose such sensitive information, but I can tell you it's more complicated than just a password or someone knew.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Are these codes the only way to access the mainframe?
Absolutely. Just like your car keys are the only intended way to get into your car. Yeah, but people can pop by your car.
Let's talk about something else. What is the standard procedure for a situation like this one?
The one we have applied. Evacuate and collaborate with authorities. Okay, do you mind sharing something that's going to help us then?
Okay, I'd like your opinion as a professional. Who do you think is behind this?
Well, there is an audit conducted on our security systems which revealed and exposed many elements. A skilled hacker could have exploited the system during that time. Uh-oh. Tab, looking good. Oh, Tab.
I know.
We like you.
I want to do this to you.
This is quite interesting because, like, after this, if they're not, if they haven't done it, and they come back, they're gonna remember this.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Tab, I'm sorry you have to go through this. You wouldn't be here if it were up to me.
I understand how our working relationship might create emotional boundaries that might affect your decision making.
Okay. I have some questions about your role as security auditors.
I'm listening.
What were your responsibilities?
I verified if their security procedures, equipment, and staff were following the government's requirements and protocols.
Okay, what were your conclusions about the audit? Sorry.
They're mostly abiding by the national security protocols. Their manufacturing process was compliant with safety standards. There were some irregularities when it came to security personnel training.
Weird. Okay. Excuse me, who commissioned this audit?
No one. It's mandatory annual assessment required by the government if the manufacturer wishes to keep its production license.
Okay. I will bring this up. Don't you find it suspicious that the LF targeted a factory audited by an officer from the police task force assembled against them?
Whoa. Heart rate went up. As any officer should, I recognized 3 possible scenarios. Coincidence, an attempt at getting us targeted by internal affairs, or an actual case of corruption within the department. She's recognizing the facts. Or they, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for that.
Well, I know you compiled the briefing on the situation, but I have some questions anyway.
They smiled slightly. If there is an aspect you feel I've left out, I will gladly share any additional relevant information.
Okay, how do these security codes work?
They shrug. I'm unable to give out security details that I obtained through my audits. Everything I can share is already in the case file. What else can I clarify?
Describe to me how these security codes work.
In broad terms, it's a multi-key code stored on multiple physical devices. These allow access into the mainframe. That's all I can say.
Okay, what we got here? You should try to understand if there's any way the front might have circumvented the existence of access logs. Is there any way to circumvent the security system?
It was likely that it was completely circumvented using the access codes Meridian, King, and I have, because there are no access logs. Someone created a backdoor.
Okay. Why'd you build it? Okay, well, who has access to these codes?
Factory's owner and the chief security are the ones that held these codes on a permanent basis besides the auditor. Yeah, we know that. I actually don't know who to go after here. This is one throwing us through a loop, eh?
Yeah.
They nod.
A little bit.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do, man. This is quite interesting that the game's doing this, because this is really throwing us through a loop, throwing a tab in here. Because the other guys actually seem pretty straight up, like they all do, you know, everything makes sense. It's all sound like tabs an auditor, which does happen, and there's nothing suspicious about what they're doing. I'm sorry, I gotta stop that. And then you got security guard, you know, the security guy that runs the whole thing. Like, nothing odd about that. The guy that owns the whole company, nothing odd about that either.
Yeah.
Although money goes a long way, I wonder if someone bought up this guy, Aaron King.
I'm wondering him too.
I'm debating him.
I'm gonna just ask it. I'd like your opinion as a colleague. Who do you think is behind this?
Lack of data impedes me from formulating an informed opinion. It would be unethical to influence you with blind hunches.
Fair. Alright, well, let's talk about the security breach.
Of course, my friend, to the matter at hand. He's calling you friend.
We have no logs of any access. Could the security system have been built from the start with a back door?
No, absolutely not. Why is he smiling? This should be the only way, for security reasons, my friend. Keep saying my friend, eh?
Sorry, if you're trying to pass as a businessman, if you want me to buy it, I need you to tell me what your contingency plan is.
I will call upon favors to gather money and pay for repairs. A real businessman has many avenues. So looking at a businessman, a computer guy. Actually, 2 computer people, I guess.
You won't answer the question about
this guy's married, eh? I don't know if that matters at all. Let's see his ring.
Yeah. It might.
This is hard, eh? This game's getting harder.
Yeah.
I thought the last one was fucking hard. I have a bad feeling you have to dig into tab, and I bet you this is oh. Yeah, yes, of course. Quite the piece of engineering that we built here. Sorry.
I'm just wondering how the facility operates.
I think that you're not gonna like to hear me say this, but here's my theory. I feel like what the game wants you to do is to drill tab even though you don't want to. And then I gotta stop doing that. They probably obviously didn't do it, but they're probably gonna give you the most information about it because they understand what pertains to the case. Those people's lives more than these other guys do.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get tipped off by someone between those other two guys, you know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. I think the game is going on the presumption of like, we're not gonna want to drill tab. We're not gonna want to, because we don't.
Yeah. How could they set up a bomb in the factory without anyone noticing?
Multiple ways. With security under their control, they would have been virtually invisible.
Why was the factory empty? Where were the workers?
I don't have sufficient information to come up with a plausible explanation. Perhaps they had ways to evacuate the personnel which circumvented the locked doors.
Oh, how come there are no employees inside?
They state with noticeable irritation in their voice. We received a convincing threat call. We managed to evacuate the factory before the lockdown initiated.
Okay, well, what did the caller actually say?
They lowered their gaze slightly. That there are several explosives placed near our ammunition storage. That they have complete control of our security mechanisms and that we have 15 minutes to evacuate.
Can you remember any identifying traits of the caller?
They were using advanced voice distortion equipment, probably AI assisted. Their caller ID was also untraceable.
What made the threat convincing?
They sigh. They spoke with a great detail about things they could have only known if they really did breach our security. Oh, that's not good.
The factory was evacuated almost immediately after we got the call. A bit of too big of a coincidence, don't you think?
They nod. I agree, the timing should raise suspicion about a mole within the police department. Yes. Of course, my friend, to the matter at hand. Alright. This is a hard one, man. Okay, let's think, what do we know? What have we learned so far?
That there was a call made to the security company.
That's new. And that it was to, that they said they had 15 minutes and that to evacuate. And that they have control security and everything and they had the bomb.
Yeah, and they knew it was legitimate because they could only know certain pieces of information if they really had taken the control of the security breach. Or security system.
Yeah. This guy seems like dumb, but I feel like he knows something.
Yeah, I know. Who are your clients for this factory system?
I'm sure you understand I'm contractually bound not to answer this question, not even if you are the one asking. What?
How many people are employed in the factory?
There are usually about 100 people every shift. We work around the clock. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her, I guess, about the audit.
I'm listening. She said there was something wrong. What was wrong?
Yeah, there was a back door in the programming, and that they were trained kind of odd.
She said there was a back door?
Yes, and that there was something that was the theory. Yeah. There's something about the training.
Yeah, let's get at the training. Maybe this guy knows something about the training. He wants out of here. Look at this. Let's get this over with, sir. It's like, don't you care about the bomb in your building of security and shit?
Okay, well, what are your responsibilities as chief of security?
I'm implementing the security system and protocols that Mr. King requires, as well as personal training and many other things.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. It seems then that whoever did this was intimately aware of your procedures. They must have been someone close to you.
This seems the most likely explanation, but this conclusion does not help us anyway. It can.
Yeah.
He's more open for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Describe the capabilities of your team.
They are experts with decades of experience in private security and thoroughly vetted. I trust every one of them. We also use the most reliable modern equipment available.
Okay. What security threats do you usually handle?
Most of what we do is preemptive, being prepared for certain situations such as espionage or sabotage. We have never encountered anything close to this before. Well, that's definitely showing the level of what Liberation Front can do then, eh?
Yeah. What's it like to work there?
For me or others, as Chief of Security, I do enjoy many privileges, which is not something I can say about all of the employees here. Whether it's privileges.
Let's talk about your factory a little bit.
I will answer to the extent that my non-disclosure agreements allow me to do. Yeah, I know you will.
Okay, maybe not. Let's talk about your security range.
Of course, my friend, to the matter at hand. Piece of shit. Stop calling us your friend. We don't know you. We do not know you, sir. They shrug silly. I do my best to keep myself informed about any factors that might affect my operations, so yes.
Okay, so you have heard about the Liberation Front. Have you ever been in contact with a Liberation Front member?
I might have been, friend, who knows? It's not the sort of thing you'd mention at a cocktail party, though, don't you think?
What do you know about their operations in the city?
As I said, yes, I read it. What was on the news?
Okay. We found out about the factory from Liberation Front members right as the threat call was made. Do you think we may have a mole?
Well, it surely does sound like it.
Well, they seem to relax. They seem to relax, eh? And his heart rate went down.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Why do you think the Liberation Front choose this time to do a victimless attack?
I don't know, my friend. Maybe they realize it's a better way to win people's hearts.
Would the Liberation Front win your heart with this attack?
They smile. I think you're in a better position to answer that, friend. Would it win your heart? What the fuck? What? No? It's a bomb. What kind of fucking... Bombs are not how we solve problems. Does anyone get that? Sorry, I'm on assassin.
Of course not. I could never condone violence, no matter the cause.
Yeah, I completely agree. Good answer, my friend. We don't know who might be listening.
What?
Why did his... That didn't make sense, and his heart rate went back up.
Interesting.
Does that make sense to you? We don't know who might be listening.
Yeah. Let's talk a bit about the symbolism of this attack.
Of course, my friend. After all, my factory is about to explode. Okay, he is weird.
Do you feel like this attack is a symbol against war?
They smile and shake their head. That's the beauty of symbolism, my friend. It can mean anything. I think it's a protest against the government and its practices when dealing with the military. Its practices when dealing with the military. You have some opinions here.
Yeah.
This guy's got some opinions here. And I wonder if they do tie.
I'm gonna throw out a card here. The government has created this demand for weapons and conflict artificially to keep people dependent and obedient.
Well, that's an extreme way to phrase it, but I assume that's what the front thinks, yes. He's more open, I think. Or has he open? Has he always been too?
Yep. No, he got more open. This is really strange.
No kidding, I completely
I'm gonna
agree.
push this guy. think you're right. I think we push tab.
Yeah. I wonder if you can put tab away to jail. Oh my god.
That would be weird.
What'd you say? Oh.
Okay, I want to get off this. Let's talk Liberation Front.
They are, after all, the main focus of our operations. She's her. Their heart rate's pretty up, eh?
Yeah, why choose this specific factory?
They raised an eyebrow slightly. I cannot see a symbolic reason behind this particular factory. I would assume it was mostly a matter of convenience.
Oh,
It's a very different opinion.
Okay.
It's a very different opinion. The symbolism. So you have to get at why they think.
Okay, well, if it was symbolic, what kind of symbol would it be sending?
They clasp their hands and look at you. I believe they are trying to prove the vulnerability of the long-assumed intangible evils of our world, such as weapons manufacturers and warfare. I gotta agree with that.
Yeah.
The other guy jumped to the government right away.
Fewer weapons in the world can only be a positive thing, all things considered.
They nod. When they settle on this course of action, I am certain that that was the conclusion the Liberation members came to as well. More open, by the way.
What about you? I'm just curious at this point. What's your thing on the Liberation Front?
I wouldn't be doing my job properly otherwise.
Come in contact with a member, maybe?
Not intentionally or knowingly, as far as I can remember.
Maybe you've come in touch with their materials and propaganda?
They suddenly raised their voice. There is no way to know if an online piece comes directly from a Liberation Front member or just a deluded sympathizer. But I have read some things that try and justify their actions.
Okay, do you feel this is just another example of terrorism?
Well, it is terrorism, yes.
And the symbol behind it?
They raise their voice. What symbolism? That they are bombers that don't like bombs? It's as simple and stupid as that. Oh, wow. He doesn't think past very much, does he?
What about an attack against
capitalism or something? I don't really see what it has to do with capitalism. Why not attack a bank then?
Alright.
He's really not... I can see stuff. There's a whole fucking superhero based on this, Iron Man.
I know.
Right?
I know.
So, how can you not understand that? He's like the top of security here.
Oh, you mentioned that working conditions are not ideal for all employees. Could you elaborate on that, please?
I don't remember saying that there are any issues, just that I enjoyed some privileges. No unpaid overtime, no absurd deadlines, no low contractual job security or other standard practices. This is not relevant to the investigation.
Could be.
He dropped. Wasn't he open and stuff?
Yep. Okay, some questions about your...
Go ahead.
Oh, he doesn't... He doesn't have anything about the workers and how they're disgruntled or anything.
Well, I think that he can't... Maybe it has nothing to do with that. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe that's just the security guy?
Or maybe he probably felt that was a bit of an attack on you, because he's running that. That's what he's in charge of. So you kind of were pointing a finger of like what's not good about your employees.
Right.
You know, you're picking at them.
I'm gonna say this. How does it feel to know that your job is protecting an establishment, creating suffering and death?
Ooh, -1. They look at you with wide eyes and explain after a short pause. People kill people, not guns. Okay, my work ensures that whoever gets their hands on these weapons is traceable and can be held accountable for their use.
Well, I mean, if you don't manage to solve this, aren't you just gonna lose your job?
State resolutely. If this is due to my oversight, I will surely step down from my position. Okay.
I agree. That would be the honorable thing to do, is to step down.
Ooh, not. He's open again.
Okay. This is tough.
This is a tough one.
I gotta know. What's your personal deals, man?
I value my privacy very much. I assume a few questions won't do much harm.
What are your guiding principles in business, mister?
Strong foundation, never leave a penny on the table, and always have an exit strategy. Always have an exit strategy. You piece of shit. It is you.
What do you mean by an exit strategy? Why do you need one?
Allowing yourself the financial flexibility to redirect capital towards more profitable long-term endeavors.
What do you mean by a strong foundation?
If you have enough initial capital, you can get the technology, the people, the contracts, and gain large competitive edge. If you try to start out small, you die. Sometimes you can't start off small, though. Or sorry, sometimes you have no choice but to start out small, though.
Isn't that what leads to worker abuse and exploitation nowadays?
Not at all. The largest investors usually pay the best and allow the experts to flourish and put their great skills to good use.
What do you mean by penny on the table?
Financial opportunities, and I mean real opportunities, are few and far between. If you catch the wave, ride it like your life depends on it, my friend.
Okay. Well, how'd you make your wealth initially?
I leveraged the wealth I inherited into safe, long-term investments. There really is no secret here.
What other businesses are you operating?
The factory is my main investment. There never was any need to diversify my portfolio.
That's kind of risky, putting all your eggs in one basket.
It's calculated risk that I'm willing to take, and it has paid off well so far.
What makes the factory so profitable then?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Why not invest in more ethical business practice?
Our operations are perfectly legal, and we have cooperated transparently with government inspections. Take your ethical concerns to your lawmaker, my friend. Yeah, he's ready for questions like that.
Yeah, lawmakers are often corrupt and the people are ignorant. You exploit that.
Exploit? I'm fully transparent and open about my business. I do my due diligence. Many others don't. Take it up with them. His heart's beating a little bit though.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Trying to rile him a bit.
Yeah.
He's pretty calm and shit. He's pretty good with words. He knows how to talk his way out of things, which is a businessman, honestly.
How do you feel being a weapons manufacturer?
I only sell what is demanded. If the world would demand tomatoes for more than bullets, we'd be talking about my farm right now. I think it does, man. I think people want tomatoes more than bullets.
Well, life sure must be...
Like worldwide, yes.
Tomatoes, yes. Life sure must be rosy with your kind of money then, Mr. King.
Can't say I disagree, my friend. Work hard and prosper.
Thanks, relax again, shit.
This is like the art of dialogue to stir emotion.
Yeah,
and create opportunity for greater dialogue based on the context of someone's psyche, really. It's quite interesting. Very interesting game.
I gotta ask, did you find any explosive or chemicals that we might have to worry about in case this place blows up?
There were tons of high-grade explosive chemicals. They were stored in secure, reinforced containers. If everything works as designed, it should not be a problem.
Is there military equipment stored inside?
There always is. We manufacture ship equipment constantly.
Is any equipment missing from the factory?
No, not to my knowledge. We constantly keep an extremely close watch on our stock. Everything was in place when the evacuation happened.
Interesting. So let's talk about the factory. Is there military equipment currently stored inside?
There are several crates of equipment that are due to shipment tomorrow. And we constantly produce and package various types of ammunition. What'd you say?
Who do you think is doing the case?
Who do you think would be the side man to help him? Now, my friend, it is not for me to tell you how to do your job. However, asking your suspects for help does seem very smart, does it? I honestly don't know. Maybe those government paper pushers who did an audit way back.
Yeah, they really are trying to frame Tab here.
Pulse is going down.
In a world in which your industry has a bad rap, isn't it a pure miracle to become a victim of a vicious terrorist attack?
My friend, do people ever feel pity for movie villains? No, I do. No, our animal side loves hurting the enemy, especially when they're down. I think you need to watch some other movies.
Are there any dangerous explosives or chemicals inside?
Many explosive things inside, my friend. Nothing to worry about, though.
Well, in case of this explosion, what sort of damage can we expect?
The answer slowly. I expect the sensitive machines inside will be damaged, as well as the expensive military equipment stored there. The explosion itself should be quite contained. So he's not worried, basically. We'll just make more money. So we'll find a way to make more money.
Yeah. What is most important is for your assets to be rebuilt with minimal costs on your side.
Well, my friend, if the government can help with something, this surely would be it.
I'm glad that at least there's a chance for an honest business to be rebuilt.
Yes, insurance should also help.
Okay, there's a motive. Insurance?
Good point.
Well, what is this contingency plan of yours?
I will call upon favors to gather money and pair for pairs. Real businessman has many avenues. I think you figured it out, though. We have to use the dialogue to get this there, but I think you're right. I feel like this guy agreed to this because more money, right? Yeah. He's all about money. He said it a million times.
Have you ever been in contact?
As I said, judging by the secret nature of their operations, one can never be certain. He's so hiding it. He is so hiding it.
So why choose a victimless attack?
To look into your eyes, perhaps a bit worried. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Found it.
Yeah, this is the asshole.
Oh, shit.
What?
How can I do this with only like 25 seconds?
As you can. So I think I think we need to do a redo. I think that's the reality. I'll give you some feedback. It's absurd. You know it, my friend. Don't succumb to panic.
Could pull back. No, I'm just kidding. I said I wouldn't do that. And I don't really want to either.
I'm pretty convinced of this guy.
I do too. Let's talk about the security breach. Are you sure that there's no possibility for a backdoor?
But you literally said backdoor. Always have an exit strategy. You literally said that. Yeah, it's over. Okay, so
I just did that to end up.
So it's okay. Okay, so I think I've figured out some strategies of what you could get at. We might have to do this next time, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But we'll just have a quick recap. So I'm thinking there's definitely some strategies of bringing his heart rate up, bringing it down. Certain things you picked up on, pardon me, certain things you picked up on of like, oh damn, I relaxed him. I'm getting him up. So you gotta keep getting him up and get away from those questions that make him relax.
Yeah.
So you gotta rile him up.
Yeah, I gotta rile him up, and I think the person that will help me do that is Tab.
Yes.
So I gotta spend more time with Tab in the beginning, then go to the security guard, then go to him.
What Tab's gonna give you, hopefully, if you can find the answer somehow, I think, is the tip-offs of where their protocols were a little shaky, and then point that at them, and see what they say. Because right now, like they're both being like, "No, we're solid. No, we're solid. No, we're solid. No, we're solid," and they're using the policies, and you know, and their right to privacy, about bouncing around questions. Right? They're really good at that. But we found the motive. You fucking found the motive. In my opinion, it's all about the insurance. Yeah. He's letting it happen because two people benefit from it: Liberation Front from the panic, and for the insurance.
Yeah. and he was in contact with somebody because he was. After we pointed out the insurance thing, and we said, "Are you sure you haven't been in contact with a Liberation Front member?" And he was like, "Haha, you never know."
Yeah,
it's like, haha,
that was the fakest shit I've ever heard. I know, I completely agree. But guys, I'm sorry, we'll have to get this fucker next time on PJ 8-Bit. We'll get him though. Well, I have total confidence in this Peyton here. It was interesting to watch you work and be like, because I think this one was like testing the waters to see. Anyways, bye-bye.
Oh man, what a bugger! I'm so mad.
The game's getting hard, but I'm watching you analyze a lot more because this requires a lot more thinking now. The game's not just giving you the answers now.
No.
You gotta find it.
Yeah.
This one makes you work hard. This game. This is definitely for like. This game is definitely designed like if you want to intellectually detect, like do detective work and really try to get the answers in a bigger operation.
Yeah.
It's really well done, eh?
Oh man.
And they've thrown everything in there, ethical questions to like management of a department to